Liverpool have a gap in midfield, which they haven't fixed this summer yet. Or did they? Because I want to argue that there's a third signing that Liverpool has made after Victor Munoz and Jeremy Jake. And that signing never left the building. Or at least not in the last 1 year or so. As many of you might have guessed, I'm talking about Stefan Bajcetic. I'll tell you why I'm saying he should be considered as a new signing. Well, Iraola is coming in with a specific idea of how his midfield works. He likes to play a 4-2-3-1 formation with a number 6, someone who sits, screens the back 4, and dictates from deep. Look at his Bournemouth sides, and that's the profile he builds around. He builds the team around, right? And he had Tyler Adams at Bournemouth, who did a phenomenal role for him last season. But at Liverpool, in Liverpool's current midfield, I believe there's only one player who really fits that bill, and again, that's also arguable. That player is Mac Allister, by the way. You would argue Gravenberch played number 6 the season before, but I believe he's evolved. He's not the same player anymore. He loves to drive forward. He rarely sits. He's more of an aide, right? And we constantly saw how he kept leaving gaps behind him, and Mac Allister was also unable to cover because he was also out of form, and it's something that Liverpool hasn't addressed in the market yet, and it had a lot to do with slot system. And I seriously think we need a number 6, if not a starting one, at least a backup to Mac Allister, because I believe Iraola can give Mac Allister that role, and I think he's versatile enough to fulfill that role, especially on the back of his form in the World Cup, right? He was moving different. And I seriously hope he carries that form into the new Premier League season, right? So coming back to Bajcetic, who is he, right? Because I believe he's the player who can fill that role, maybe act as a backup to Mac Allister, or in the near future can be our long-term number 6 solution if things go right? Because if you remember his 22-23 season, he was that teenage sensation breaking into a club midfield and making it look like normal, right? He was so calm and composed on the ball, aggressive out of possession, and the kind of performances that everyone at Anfield and around the world, all Liverpool fans, that got everyone talking about him as a number 6 solution, right? But then Liverpool went through that whole midfield revamp, and everything fell apart for him because of that thigh injury in March 2023, which wiped him out of the whole remaining season. And then when he recovered, he was sent to Salzburg in 2024, which seemed like a masterstroke, by the way, at that time. Little did we know. He was united with Pep Lijnders, his old assistant coach, hoping that relationship would fast-track his development, but clearly didn't work. He struggled for game time in the first half of the season, and then Lijnders himself got sacked by Salzburg midway through. So yeah, did not work out for all the parties, right? And then Liverpool moved him again in January, this time to Las Palmas in La Liga. And that one, you could argue, may have worked, but again, there was nothing extraordinary about it, right? He made 14 appearances, I think a few of them at centre-back, so he had a decent defensive output. And then in May again he got that hamstring injury, which required surgery and ended his loan spell early. And he's been back at Liverpool for almost a year now. Now, if you look back at these 3 years, that's 3 disrupted seasons in a row. Not from a drop in ability, from a run of injuries and a loan move that lost its point the moment the manager who brought him there got fired, right? But, well, here's the good news. He's back now. He's fit. He went to the US with the team for the preseason, and with a vacancy that suits him better than at any point in his career since his breakout, right? And here's my verdict, and that's the reason why I've made this video, because when I look at him, I look at Bajcetic as a rotation option this season, not a guaranteed starter, but I want him to have that 15 or so appearances, mostly off the bench. And if he's able to get back to his 22-23 level, he can be our second choice number 6. Maybe behind Mac Allister, or maybe behind a new signing, maybe someone like Adam Wharton. Because yeah, I really want to see him succeed, because it's been a while, and we know the talent's there. We've seen it. We've seen him excel under Klopp, right? And youngsters haven't been treated right the way they deserve to be under Slot. And I think that will change under the new manager, because he's known for developing young talent. And a lot of players like Bajcetic or Harvey Elliott will and should excel under Andoni Iraola. Also, considering the fact they both are Spanish, It's just a hunch, doesn't guarantee anything, but yeah, it's a factor worth considering. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Should he be considered as a bench option, or is that a long shot?